I am Emanuele Pirro and I will be racing in the Levant Cup, this beautiful Aston Martin DB3S.
I'm Joe Macari. I bought the DB3S mainly because of the Goodwood connection. Goodwood's always been something for me very close to my heart, living near here as a young boy, and it being my local track, and Tony Gaze being so close to the family here, and it was probably a lot of his influence that Goodwood even exists today. And so I got the opportunity of buying it, putting it back to its original colours. Very gratefully, Emanuele Pirro drove the car today, much better than I could drive it. And actually coming round and seeing the car on the track, and I came up behind him, I was terrified that I couldn't actually run into him because I'd have damaged both of our cars. So it was a surreal experience.
I never drove a car of this period, and especially this one, it's got a wonderful history because it belonged to somebody who has been my hero and is still my hero. It belonged to Tony Gaze. Tony Gaze was initially, he was a fighter pilot from Australia who was fighting the Battle of Britain, and he was based in Goodwood, and he's the guy who actually persuaded the Duke of Richmond to build the racetrack. So he has a lot of responsibility or credit for Goodwood to exist. And he only died a few years ago, and his ashes have been brought from Australia by his family here, and there's a statue here, and this was a very touchy moment. And so besides the beauty of the car, there's an extra reason for being very emotional about that.
So the DB3S, it's got a little engine, straight six, 2.8 litre, maybe 240 horsepower. So it's not going to compete with the big Jaguars, but in the mid-50s it would have been completely on the pace, but with younger cars out there, it could only ever be midfield. But the handling's beautiful, and for me, it's just whenever you look at it, it just melts you. You know, it's got something quite beautiful about it that, very few English cars have. Normally you'd have to go to Maranello to get that look.
We just got acquainted to each other, and I really enjoyed it. So I look forward to the race, but not in a way that I look forward to do something exceptional, just to enjoy the driving and to enjoy battling with similar cars. This car is very original, so normally racing at Goodwood, it's a balance between respecting the car, respecting your and other people's ability, and pushing it. In this case, the respecting part is predominant because the car is so original that it's almost intimidating. So what I try to do is always drive the best I can, the smoothest I can, and to do it in a proper and correct way, but not really with a knife between your teeth like you would do in modern racing. Also, cars of this period, rather old, there are a lot of noises and vibrations and stuff that most of them are normal, and you have to get used to it. So it takes a while before getting used to what is acceptable and normal and what is maybe abnormal. At the beginning you think everything it would be going wrong, which is not the case. But I'm in the process of learning, and what is good is, these cars are light, and you can really sort of drift smoothly through the corner and almost design a racing line like an artist.
SpeedWeek's been absolutely incredible. What they've done here this weekend in this pandemic is just unbelievable. They've actually turned it into Wonderland for motor cars again, and my hat's off to His Grace. he's just done something that I don't think there's anywhere else in the world could compete with. And to see all the support here tells a story on its own, and the grids are just unbelievable as always. So it's a privilege to be here.